What does the draw launch mean for your club? I'm Paul Grzadka, joined by former NRL legend and current Buy Round podcast host James Graham, chatting about his former club, the Bulldogs. James, last year you called it the resurgence of the Dogs. You were right. Is it fair to say they are a power club again?
There's still some work to be done. Obviously, they had a bit of a breakout year last year under Cam Serrallo, but it doesn't count for too much. It's a fresh start now for season 2025, and the Bulldogs have to adopt that mentality going into the start of the season.
Well, you talk about it, the fresh start, because obviously you can often see like a sophomore slump type of thing. How do they avoid a regression from 2024 to 2025?
I think it's about just not expecting it to happen. I think back to the Warriors season last year versus the one they had in 23. A lot of expectation in and around the Warriors, and maybe that seeped into their group mentality that we now belong in the top four or we belong in the top eight. But you have to go and earn that each and every week. And when I look at a team like the Bulldogs, I like to put myself in the opposition's quarters and think, well, now they will become elevated. The attitude of the Bulldogs has to be, we improve on last year. We don't rest on our laurels and just expect this to happen.
The Dogs won their first 9 home games last year to set them up for success. They have a round 2 game at Belmore, then key matches against the Knights and Rabbitohs in rounds 5 and 7 respectively. Can they follow suit again in 2025 and win those home games?
Yes, I certainly think that was a big advantage, and they got some really tight, close games. One at home, I'm thinking of some of the celebrations in and around Matt Burton with some crucial field goals there. So for me, the Bulldogs, I think there'll be slight improvers from that 6th position, just nudging slightly north.
What's the Jenga piece that the Bulldogs can't afford to lose?
Yeah, look, I think the obvious one is Stephen Crichton, but going back to that person I mentioned before is Matt Burton and his ability to kick the ball long. His running game is such a threat, and obviously Stephen brings those leadership qualities, but I think now Matt Burton, the stage is set for a really strong year from him.
Got a great experience in the Pacific Championships, of course. You're calling up, not down, not middling. Things keep going up for the Bulldogs this year.
Ever so slightly, ever so slightly.
And last year's viewers thought you might have been a bit biased. We can have no such accusations labelled this year. Thanks very much, James.
Pleasure.
The full NRL draw is now available at nrl.com or on the app.